Everyone dreams of having their own home. Have you ever realized that the workers who build our homes actually live in huts? Where do these people come from? They leave the comfort of their homeland and head towards cities in search of livelihood. Now the question arises, why do they opt for only labor work? The city has so much to offer, so why are they compelled to work only as laborers?
સરોવરની પાળે મેં ટેન્શનમાં બેઠો સરોવરની પાળે મેં ટેન્શનમાં બેઠો એ જાનું તારી યાદ
मनहर हितेश
जय हिंद
दिलीप
जय हिंद
विक्रम
जय हिंद
लालू
जय हिंद
धर्मेश
जय हिंद
बिंदु
जय हिंद
मनीषा
जय हिंद
भावना
जय हिंद
प्रकाश
નથી આવ્યો
નથી આવ્યો કેમ નથી આવ્યો
મંજૂરી કામે જતો રહ્યો.
Each day, schools have fewer students than the day before, a situation teachers are all too familiar with. This raises some serious questions. Do they know the importance of education? Do parents want their children to understand the value of education or not? Teachers don't give up easily under these circumstances, and their efforts go way beyond these problems. The famous poet of Gujarat, Sri Nanalal, says Dahod, which is located on the border of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, is the gateway to the east. Dahod is known by other names as well, like Dadipur, Dadiprast, Dehbod, and there is much folklore attached to it. The district was known as Dadiprada during the period of the Solanki kings. This district got its name Dahod as it is located on the border of both Gujarat and Malwa. This is the primary school of Nani Khajuri, a small village of Dergad Baria Taluka from the Dahod district. Most of the villagers migrate to the city for livelihood, forcing their children to drop out from the schools. This is the matter of concern. What is the solution to problems like this? That is the main purpose of this meeting. It looks like a solution has been found. The geography is such that each house in the village is very far from the others, so the village appears very big. However, the population is approximately 2,594, of which around 341 are students. About 80 to 100 students are irregular in attendance. The rest attend regularly. It seems that some students attend only to get scholarships. Dahod district is a little backward in the field of education in the state of Gujarat.
કેમ છો મજામાં રામ રામ બેહીએ બેહીએ કઈ જાતે જલ્લા મમ્મી
રાધા અને સોનલનો તો વાંધો નહીં એ તો આવે છે એમને તો રેગ્યુલર આવે છે પણ હમણાં કંચન બહુ ઇરેગ્યુલર થઈ ગઈ છે
ખેતી બી કરાવો પણ એને હાથે હાથે તમે મોકલો તો હું જે થોડું આવડતો હોય તો તોલમાપ કરતા શીખશે ને હા ને કે 500 ગ્રામનો કે કિલોનો કાટલો મેલો હું ખબર પડવાની હે
નહીં ખબર પડે
હાલીને આવતી રહેશે 200 નો ભાવ કે 500 નો લઈને કોની હાડા મોકલો બરાબર અમારે તેજલ બહુ હોશિયાર છોકરી છે અને તમારે રોજ મોકલવી પડશે અને નહીં આવે ને તે દિવસે એને ઘેર નહીં રાખવાની.
In some families, children also need to work. If the head of the household goes out for work, the responsibility of caring for the younger siblings falls on the elder child. Doing housework is mandatory for them. It is a matter of concern because Dahod, known as a tribal region, is lagging behind in education. The government and teachers are doing their best, but there is still something missing. This is where education plays a role, going to the root of the problem to create a solution. The art of walking easily on bumpy and inaccessible roads is second nature for these people. Why is the idea of education so remote for these people who live in harmony with nature? How to stay balanced on uneven paths comes from their direct experience. But education is important for economic security, which needs to be understood. Education cannot take place unless the person himself understands its importance. School is truly the only way to be able to leave the village. It allows you to create new ways to conquer the world. By learning the basics from the village school, one can then go ahead and enter the modern world. This can be seen as the first step, a way of hope, recreation, the new way, a renaissance.
દુનિયામાં દરેક બાળકોની જિજ્ઞાસા વૃત્તિ બહુ જોરદાર હોય છે. દરેક બાળકના માતા પિતાને પણ પોતાના સંતાનોને કંઈક ને કંઈક શીખવાડવા માટેની તાલાવેલી હોય જ. હમણાં જ અમારા લોકડાઉનમાં શાળામાં એક જબરજસ્ત કિસ્સો બન્યો. એક વાલીને એમ થયું કે બધા જ બાળકો જો મોબાઈલથી શીખતા હોય તો મારા છોકરાઓ કેમ પાછા?
મોબાઈલ છોરાને ભણવા માટે લીધો. હવે અમે તો એવું છે કે બુહારી બરાબર શું કરીએ? હવે મંજૂરી કરી મોનેની વાત નહીં મારી આપ્યો ભણવા માટે.
કેમ કે આખી દુનિયા જો ભણતી હોય તો મારા છોકરા પાછળ રહી મને ગમે નહીં. એટલે હું મારા છોકરાઓને સારું ભણાવવાનો પ્રયત્ન કરું છું. મારા 4 છોકરા છે, 4 છોકરાઓને ભણાવવા છે. આ ઉંમરે નહીં ભણશે તો ક્યારે ભણશે? હવે હું બારીએ મંજૂરીએ જાઉં છું, ભલે 2-3 મહિના થાય તો કંઈ નહીં, પણ એ પૈસા કમાઈ લાવીશ અને એ મોબાઈલ લાવવાનું જે દેવું છે હું ધોઈ નાખીશ. આપણને ખબર પડે છે કે વાલીઓ પણ કેટલા બધા જાગૃત હોય છે પોતાના સંતાનોના શિક્ષણ માટે. એમનામાં એટલી બધી સરસ જાગૃતતા હોય તો પછી અમે પણ અમારો એવો બેસ્ટ પ્રયત્ન કરીશું કે શાળાના તમામ બાળકો સુધી સારામાં સારું શિક્ષણ પહોંચે અને એ એમના જીવનની અંદર કંઈક કરી બતાવે.
6 to 8 में नहीं आई थी इसका नाम नहीं पता है. એનું શું નામ છે સોનલ? અને શું નામ છે તારું?
Ever since the inception of the human race, human beings have been in touch with nature. The people here are instinctively and easily at one with nature. Their simple and calm way of life keeps them close to nature. Their main source of livelihood is subsistence agriculture. But due to the hilly terrain, rainwater flows past the steep slopes and farmers have limited arable land, so they can grow only as much grain as they need for themselves. Modern farming is impossible due to economic constraints. So, crop yields are limited and no profit can be made. Thus, the business of animal husbandry is essential in every household of the village. The people of the village are compelled to move to the city for a better source of income. 24.2% of Dahod district is surrounded by forests, where trees like teak, bamboo, mahudo, tari, beherda, and others grow in abundance. Apart from this, many medicinal plants grow in this forest. Wild animals such as panthers, bears, and foxes are also seen here. But here, Tejal has no fear, as this forest is her home. Tejal will regret missing school today to fulfill her duties helping with household chores. It looks like Tejal's name will be marked absent again on the attendance sheet today. The dropout ratio is fluctuating. Teachers are constantly trying to reduce it. Which students are not coming to school and why? To answer this, the principal of the school, Mr. Dilipbhai, and the teachers have found a new solution, wherein they go to the students' homes to teach them. Additionally, whenever an absent student comes back to class, the teacher ensures that they complete the lessons missed. Also, mass prayers should be held in special areas where children rarely come, so that parents can more easily monitor the presence of school-aged children in their area during school hours. Thus, through constant contact, parents are directly involved in their children's school attendance.
We are inspired from Dr. Abdul Kalam and going to make this school as a space school so that students getting more and more involvement and participation in science and technology. Every Indian should encourage nearest government school for their structural reinforcement.
There is a lot of skills are there in the children of Dahod district, but the dropout ratio is higher. We will keep sharing our schooling experience of Sweden and Finland with their school for their betterment. We have set short and long-term goals for next 5 years. We believe they will definitely prove themselves at world-class level.
Ritesh Bhai asked me a very simple question when he was establishing Aganpankh Foundation long time back. He said, Murtuza Bhai, how can we make our institute? After doing certain brainstorming and thinking process, we both came to a conclusion. Can we make educational field as a cooperative field, as an interactive field? Then he liked it very much. Then we made a slogan. We say, Sarkari nahi, pan sahkari shalao. That means not a governmental level, but as a unique, as a united, cooperative and interactive school.
Celebrations have always been fun and interesting for humans. Here, festivals are celebrated in a unique way. Holi is a major festival celebrated on the day of Poonam in the month of Phagan, according to the Vikram Sant calendar. This is the only time of year when the whole village comes together, where all the villagers who have fled to surrounding cities to earn money now return to their respective homes. After enjoying the festival of Holi, they will return to their work in the cities, full of energy. The beginning of spring has always been close to the human heart. In the spring, nature is adorned with delightful decorations, revealing to us its kinder, gentler side. Tribal people get everything from nature. Nature is God for them. The people worship nature itself as a deity. And on both good and bad occasions, the God of nature is honored. How do we quantify the ambitions of those who believe in the divinity of nature? Before answering, we must remember that one of the greatest virtues of life is to live in peace and happiness. Today, the favorite local dish is being prepared for the children's midday meal. Corn, chickpeas, and urad dal, or black dal, are the main crops grown in the area. These three crops are used by people to make various dishes. The children have a lot of fun when they are at school during mealtime, and the midday meal is an effective way to draw the kids to school. However, after the midday meal, attendance drops. Other ways to keep them in school include playing various games, interesting contests, and showing favorite movies during class time.
ઉદ્વહન સિંચાઈ યોજના. ઉદ્વહનનો મતલબ શું છે? તો કોઈ પણ વસ્તુને વહન કરવી ક્યાં? ઉદ એટલે ઉપર તરફ.
How can a child solve the problems faced by farmers in a region where agriculture is the mainstay? The school is developing an educational model that teaches children about irrigation, which they can apply even in hilly areas. Through this model, teachers are trying to teach modern farming skills to students.
બીડી તમાકુનું વ્યસન કરતા હોય તો અમે એ લોકોને સમજાવી અને અથાગ પ્રયત્નો કર્યા. સ્કૂલના શિક્ષકો, આચાર્ય અને અમે બધાએ ઘરે ઘરે જે સંપર્ક કરીને એઓને આ વ્યસન ખોટું છે, એ નશો નાશનું મૂળ છે એવા સમજણથી આ લોકોને થોડું મગજમાં ઉતર્યું. 2-5 જણા પહેલાં તો ઉતર્યું, પછી ધીમે ધીમે ઓછું કરવા માંડ્યા અને છોકરાઓ નિશાળે આવતા થયા.
The teacher can show the way. It is up to the student to walk. That is the basic meaning of life. Prayer is the best way to nurture clear thinking.
મારા છોકરો એક મોટો ભરતકુમાર એ અહીંથી 1 થી 4 ધોરણ સુધી ગામની નિશાળમાં ભણ્યો. પછી 8 થી 12 સુધી બારિયા ભણ્યા, પછી કોલેજ કરી. કોલેજ કર્યા પછી એમને ફોજમાં ભરતી થયા. મારે એટલું બધા વાલીઓને મા બાપને કહેવાનું કે છોકરાને અમે તે ઘડીએ બહુ મુશ્કેલીવાળો સમય હતો, બહુ અગવડતા હતી, તે છતાં આટલું છોકરાને મેં આગળ ભણાવ્યા. તો હવે તો સારી બધી સુવિધાઓ કંઈક થાય છે, શાળાઓમાં મળે છે બધે, જેથી કરીને દરેક વાલીઓ બાળકો પ્રત્યે થોડું ભણાવે વધારે તો સારું.
Education gives birth to imagination, creates a fertile environment for development, and gives space for free thinking. No one can have a monopoly on ideas. The basic means of solving any question is imagination. Where do ideas for solving problems come from? It is education that brings awareness. Understanding this is the only way to bring about real development.
જ્યારે હું શરૂઆતમાં દાખલ થયો ત્યારે અમે લગભગ 10 થી 15 જ બાળકો હતા અને જે સ્કૂલ હતી એ લાકડાના થાંભલા ઉપર જ ઊભી કરવામાં આવેલી, એના પર વાંસના અને આ તે દેશી નળિયા ચડાવેલા હતા. ટીચિંગ કર્યા પછી મને જોબ પણ આ સ્કૂલની અંદર મળ્યો અને આ સ્કૂલમાં હું ટીચર તરીકે કામ કરું છું.
પણ હવે શું થયું કે ગામડામાં હવે છોકરી લગ્ન કરવું હોય તો ભણેલો છોકરો બી આલી તારીખે જોઈ શકે છે. અભણને કોઈ મોટે ભાગે એનો ચાન્સ આ રીતે નથી આવતો. ભણેલી છોકરીને એનો અભ્યાસ જોવે, પછી હમાવાળો માણસ જેલી જાય છે ત્યારે શું છે, શું નોકરી કરે છે, એટલે નોકરી ધંધાકીય રીતે એની જોગવાઈને ફાયદો થાય.
Attempts are also being made by the teachers to support those indifferent to education in making a living from their skills. It is an ever-evolving journey to keep on trying to meet their needs, and this is part of the effort to not give up. If you have the skills inside you, it can't be hard to meet your needs. These tribal people have their own unique skills, which are part of their identity, such as the bow and arrow, catapult, bamboo basket, rope, oyani, palm broom, hand fan, supada, crate, mat, sailor, and more. Teachers identify these skills in the children and then develop them. Visiting a traditional fair or hut on certain days of the week will be a great experience for children. Go to the market yourself, buy and sell goods. New opportunities have to be created here to prevent further migration to the cities. Creating all the facilities for local employment, craft industry, industrial units, and farming will also create a great environment for learning. The progress that is being made now is the result of relentless hard work. It is a long path, and the destination is still quite far. Parents respect the efforts of Nani Khajuri primary school teachers for improving the standard of education, and they're eager to support them. But our journey does not end here. There are still many other inland villages in the district which are still backward in the field of education. There too, we have to carry out this collaborative effort together.
ઉનાળામાં એટલી ગરમી પડે ને તો અડધું પાણી તો ડેમોમાંથી જતું રહેતું હોય, તો ઊંડો કૂવો બનાવ્યો હોય ને ત્યાં પાણી સંગ્રહ કર્યો હોય તો પાણીનો વધારે બગાડ થાય નહીં. હવે એ ખેતરના અંદરથી આપણે કઈ રીતે મેળવવાનું છે?
Efforts can be in vain in the face of adversity, but constant effort sometimes wins. Despite countless difficulties, the teachers of Nani Khajuri Primary School are working hard to awaken the thirst for education in these children. After living abroad and taking a closer look at the education system there, Ritesh Bhai has a dream of implementing that system of education in all the primary schools of our country. But change doesn't happen just by talking. It comes by making constant efforts. Ritesh Bhai says that if you do not have the courage to start the process of change, do not expect change to happen.